Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Midtown Detroit, where it's time for G League basketball. The Westchester Knicks visit Midtown Detroit this afternoon, and the crews of the Motor City trying to get right after their loss by 8 to the Mad Ants, and they were swept by the Mad Ants. And this Crews team looking to bounce back today on Breast Cancer Awareness Day. My name's Chad Bush. Glad you're with us on Crews basketball. It's an important game for the Crews. They're 9th currently in the Eastern Conference standings, and a chance to get right in a game that Jamel McMillan says, this is a game we must get. The Westchester Knicks are the right recipe. Just 6 wins on the year, dead last in the East, second worst team in the G. But looks are deceiving, and it's a bit of fool's gold because this Knicks team is loaded with talent. Jacob Toppin, they've got talent top and bottom. Dwayne Washington Jr., Daquan Jeffries, we go on. And it brings us to our impact player, who we have not even mentioned yet, a guy by the name of Brandon Goodwin, one of the best players in the G League, the top scorer in the G League, and a guy that the Knicks will feature here often. And it's a loaded offensive talent, but the head of the snake is Goodwin, a guy that can really score it. And a guy that can drive it, shoot it, and score at 3 levels. So the Knicks will be a handful, and this guy Goodwin putting up 24 points a game. Daquan Jeffries putting up 22. Toppin, chipping in on the glass and in the scoring column. Meanwhile, the Crews continue to roll along. This is the top 3-point shooting team in the G League. And guys like Buddy Boeheim have gotten a lot of love, but Tosan Awoma, welcome back. Good to see Tosan back today, playing for his mother. Extra inspiration. But what a guy to get back for the Crews. Went away for a while on a 10-day with the Grizzlies. The Crews said, wait a minute, this is our guy. Bring him back. They signed him to a 2-way deal. And the Crews are riding this Awoma, a guy that can score it, he can pass it. And this is a guy that can rebound for the Crews. He adds some post defense in the middle and some leadership to go with it. We've got the Crews and the Westchester Knicks on this Saturday in Midtown Detroit. Glad you're with us. We're coming right back with Keith Jason, and we'll have the Knicks and the Crews and much, much more coming up right after this on Crews Basketball.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. Welcome back to Wayne State Fieldhouse. Getting ready for the Knicks and the Crews. Good to be back with the head coach, Jamel McMillan. And, Coach, down the stretch we come.
There we go.
Games back-to-back, 3 home games. Got to be nice to be home during this stretch, an important stretch for your team.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good to be home in general, but, trying to get right, trying to right this ship, it definitely helps, especially this time of the year, going for the playoff push. So really good to be here.
Let's talk about this team and some of the bright performances from the other day against a very tough Indiana team. Jared Rhoden continues to be a bright spot. He's been the 2-way kind of performer this year for you. Looks like Mr. November is back in action here in March.
Jared's in a great spot. He understands where we're at in the season, and he's dubbed himself the guy all year. He's been our guy all season long, just consistently applying pressure to other teams, being the guy on the scouting report that the other team's got a game plan for, but who we're looking to kind of carry us. And so really proud of what he's been able to do the last couple of weeks.
Some guys have gotten promotions since we last talked. Buddy Boeheim, one of those. Tosan Awoma comes back. The band's back together. A lot of guys got their flowers. How do you feel about that?
Tremendously excited for all the guys and all the work they put in, all the work they've done together, how they've looked out for each other and helped each other get there. That's not any lightweight stuff, especially for these guys and where they are in their careers. Truly special group, and so really proud of all the guys and all the work that's been done from the support staff, training staff, everybody's done a tremendous job in helping these guys, and they've helped each other get there. So really cool to be a part of.
10 games remain after today, and down the stretch we come. And this is crunch time for your team. How do you get a win against a hungry Westchester team that's got a lot of guys together?
We have to be even more hungry. Even though we've gotten all that stuff and all the opportunities, we've been rewarded, but as much is given, much is required. So we've got to do our job, get it right. Isaiah, you either got to get it right or you got to do it again. And so we got to get a lot of things right here this weekend with the next couple games. But we've got to apply pressure today. This team is they can score from 4 or 5 different positions. They can go off the bounce. They get up and down the basketball floor. But we've really, really got to control the paint, touch the paint on offense, really have a tight and compact paint on defense, rebound the ball, limit them to one shot, get out and run and play our game.
Back-to-back, you'll play again tomorrow, and you're playing 24 hours prior to. It's kind of a unique game time situation for you. How do you manage the game a little differently?
We got to go get it. Today is a game where we can't worry about tomorrow. We'll figure that out later. With our guys, with where we're at, we've got to go after it. I'm all about just exhausting yourself today, and then we'll prepare the right way for tomorrow. They're in the same boat. This is about the second or third time we've done this season, and so no excuses. That's the cards we were dealt, the schedule we're dealt, and we'll play the schedule the way it is. And so excited to get back out here and compete.
Good to see you again. Wish you the best this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
All right, there he is. That's Jamel McMillan, the head coach of the Motor City Cruise, getting his club set to take on the Knicks. Evan and I will break this game down a little further when we get back to the Motor City right after this.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
By any means necessary, everything I'm doing is legendary. Step in my office cause I'm a boss, not a secretary. Second to none, I am primary, not secondary. Give me the throne, I'm crown taking, I'm about to make the ground shake. Yeah, this is a rude awakening. Still got it on lock, you ain't getting the combination. About to shock the whole world, I am ready for detonation. This is not a conspiracy, come with that Big Bang Theory. I'm just getting started, time to turn it up. Going off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, yeah, I make it boom. Boom, yeah, I make it boom. Boom, yeah, I make it boom. I'm coming with it, you feel it, I make it boom, boom. I know you feel it, boom. I know you feel it, boom.
And a pleasant Saturday afternoon in Midtown Detroit to all of you in G League land today. Today brings us the Westchester Knicks, the winners of the Showcase Cup back in December against your Motor City Cruise, who come in just a game below 500, losers of 3 straight, but looking to rally and show some of that early season form that they've had under first-year head coach Jamel McMillan. Good afternoon again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush, alongside Keith Jason today. Keith, as an observer of this team and seeing this team through the Showcase Cup, and then thus far in this regular season, now 11 games to go, what's it been like watching this club? What stands out? What have you liked about the Crew so far this season?
I'm always impressed by Jared Roden and the way that he plays the game. He's instant offense every time he touches the floor. I also really like the veteran leadership from Xavier Simpson. Of course, being somebody who works over there in Michigan as well, I got to show the Michigan man some love. And Chad, I got to show you some love too. This is like a dream come true for the opportunity to be here and work the game today with you.
Glad to have you, partner. You deserve it. And Glad to be along this ride with you for the first half. There you see Xavier Simpson at the point guard spot. Stanley Amude coming off a rough night. Watch for him to bounce back today. Just 1 of 10 a couple nights ago. Jared Roden, 31 points, and as Keith said, has really been consistent. He won the G League Player of the Month honors in November, has sort of regained that form as of late. Buddy Boeheim, rewarded with a 2-year, two-way deal, and one of the best three-point shooters he's turned himself into, doing other things as well. And Jace Johnson in the middle, he is the 3rd best rebounder in our league. The starters for the Westchester Knicks, who come in just a 6-win team, but don't you dare look into that record. They've got talent, and it starts with Brandon Goodwin. He's the leading scorer in this league out of Florida Gulf Coast, and he's got some help in the backcourt with Dwayne Washington Jr., the German-born guard out of Ohio State and a two-way player. And there you see the rest of the starters with Jeffries in there along with Roby. Here we go. Crews have the basketball. Xavier Simpson left to right. Breast Cancer Awareness Day. And a meaningful cause and special jerseys. Jace left-hand shot, close range, no. Might have been tipped and blocked. Washington Jr. top it to the corner. Splash City to start. 3-0 Knicks.
Toppin is not the guy you want to let lag out and leave open.
A talented one. Was a two-way player, and then now he's just a regular player. They've had to do some maneuvering around, so he's an eligible player. Anybody can go pluck him. And the Knicks feel really good about having Toppin. Of course, has a brother as well in the league. Roby for 3. It's short, and here come the Crews in a desperate need for a victory. Jamel McMillan saying before the game that it doesn't matter how, but this is a game that we have to win, somehow, someway. Crews currently 9th in the league. They got to get to 6th to make the playoffs. And that's a whistle, and that's an offensive foul on Xavier Simpson.
You know, I thought they were going to call that a goaltending for a moment there.
I did too. Here's another look at it. What do you think?
I don't see an offensive foul anywhere in that scrimmage.
Yeah, wasn't a goaltend either, but tough to say. Simpson didn't like the call. Knicks with a lead, 3-point shot. This is Goodwin. Top scorer in the league. Roby to the rack and a finger roll. And the Knicks are up 5-0, a minute and a half gone by.
You know, Roby is from not too far from where I'm from in Illinois. I believe he was a Nebraska product coming out of college.
That's right.
Solid basketball player.
Attacking the rim. Boeheim mid-post fader pops out. Roby with a rebound, and here comes Goodwin, and the Knicks +5. Toppin on the wing against the undersized Simpson. Mismatch, takes advantage, and buries it, and the Knicks are up a touchdown early, 2 minutes in.
Yeah, definitely not the start that you wanted to see for the Motor City Crews. I understand why they called the timeout.
We'll see if the Crews can bounce back when we come back to Midtown Detroit. 7-0 the Knicks with a quick burst. Back on Crews basketball right after this.
Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running. And that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
That's Jamel McMillan, the first-year head coach, doing a fantastic job. A fan of the Seattle sound as well. Loves the alternative music in the Northwest. Big fan of Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and loves a lot of things about Seattle. It's where he grew up. It's where his father played, Nate McMillan, Mr. Sonic, the Seattle Supersonics. Remember him?
Absolutely. What a great defender in the 90s for the Supersonics.
Sure was. Roden, meanwhile, steps into a 17-footer. The Crews break that curse, Keith.
Yeah, that's where they needed to get this thing rolling to see if they can keep that going. Oh, just not a good foul there.
No, not so far away from the basket like that. We'll go on Xavier. 7-2 Knicks early, 9.5 to go in the first. And another look here.
And that's going to be 2 on him in the first 3-4 minutes of the game, which is not the situation you want to see.
No, especially not that far out from the bucket. This is Jeffries. Daquan Fader from 18 is filthy. And the Knicks are back up 7. Roden back out to Amude. Important today to see Amude recover. Jamel McMillan saying, look, we need him. Roden has been ice cold this last month, and he lights up another one.
One of my favorite players to watch every time he's on the court because you know you're in danger of getting a bucket.
Meanwhile, how about Washington Jr. finishing from the short corner left? Knicks answered quickly. Sharp offensive output. Roden feeling it. Heat checker from distance. No good. And Dwayne from the Ohio State grabs the board. And an athletic near save. That's going to be a turnover. A little flipsy-flopsy. Crews will try to take advantage down 7 with 8.5 to go. This is a game in which the Crews really want to do some damage. They're at home for 3 straight. Coming off a loss to Indiana, no shame in that, but this is a desperate times, a game under 500 with 11 to go. That's the guy that needs to get it right, and it's a good sign early, Keith Jason, for Stanley Amude.
Absolutely. When they get Amude and Roden going at the same time, then you get Buddy Boeheim hitting from the outside. This is a team that not too many other ones want to see.
Really unstoppable when those things happen, no doubt. Knocked out of bounds lastly by Roden, a battle with Roby. We talk about those guys being back. I mean,
yes.
Amude was up with the Pistons, and Tosan was with the Grizzlies. And they're all back now. Kazalon is gone. In fact, he's across the way on the Knicks bench tonight. We'll see him momentarily. Kind of the band's back together. Meanwhile, Toppin with a little topside tilt from 7. And the Knicks continue with that 7-point margin. They've controlled the first quarter.
And Chad, it really highlights the necessity to be ready at all times in this league because you never know when you might get that call up. Almost like me today. I showed up just to watch the game, and you said, hey, Chad, or hey, Keith, can you help me out here? And here I am, answering the call. So thank you. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
That's right. And he was ready for that 14-footer. Strong finish. Here comes the Crews. 3-on-2. Turnover into points. But Simpson had it swatted from behind. Jacob Toppin. Wow.
What an athletic block to chase it down and then get it from behind.
Man. Outside, Washington Jr. with a 3. And give him 7 to lead the building. Make it 5, rather. Knicks by 8. This is their largest lead. Jace Johnson back to Xavier. Xavier loves playing with Jace Johnson. Talking to him before the game. Tapped ahead. 2-on-1. Alley-oop and Toppin floats it down the throat. And the Knicks are up 10 with 6.5 to go.
The pace of the G League game is just so much faster than college basketball.
Is it ever?
Ooh, speaking of Buddy Boeheim, there he is from 3.
Boeheim crushes an orange from distance. Meanwhile, Washington Jr. misses from long. Back to a 7-point lead for the road team. 6-win Westchester, 6-16 on the year. And they're coming off a loss to the Maine Celtics, their 3rd straight. They lost by 30 their last time out on Sunday. That's the last time they played. They've had some rest in recovery time. That's a foul on the floor. And for the first time this afternoon, we'll see Tosan Awoma, our impact player who we highlighted earlier in the game. Tosan, a guy that has added so much, and I know Cruise fans have welcomed him back with open arms.
I got the opportunity to watch him play against the Knicks in the NBA earlier this week. He had a nice game, watched him score a bucket early on, and I'm really impressed by what I've seen from him so far this season.
There it is, offensive glass and awareness, goes back up with it. Back out to Boeheim, 4-3, Splash City. Smart kid for Princeton, knows where to get assists.
I'm really happy to see Buddy Boeheim clicking early. It seems like every time I come to a game, he has an off one. So I'm happy to see it's not me.
Cruz with a 5-0 run. And here comes Amude with a stop. Back to Jace Johnson on the roll with a reverse that cuts it to 2. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Sagana Diop wants timeout in the Motor City.
And as we head into this break, it looks like the Crews have cut it down to 2. Nice find for Jace Johnson here. Take us right into the break here.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire. The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
There you see Sagana Diop, a guy that's in his 5th head coaching position for the Knicks that have been in that bench. Before the Knicks, he was an assistant for the Houston Rockets for a couple years. But Keith, you remember this guy, former top 10 pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers back in 01.
Yep, that 2001 draft also featured players like Kwame Brown, Eddie Curry, Tyson Chandler. It was the year of the big man coming out of high school.
Speaking of the big man, Toppin with a rim rupture down that baseline, and the Knicks with some smelling salts out of that timeout. Tosan trying to work the baseline himself, and he lays it in over the big fella who's just checked in. That's Demetrio Skipentsev, number 44. Missed shot. Here comes Awoma. Crews down 2. They've trailed the entire game. Could tie it here. Could take the lead with the Amude 3. But they don't. Ball off in the corner, and here come the Knicks. Pull up 3. First points of the night, not there for Brandon Goodwin. Rip drive, rolling down the avenue, floater up, no. JJ's got his back, but couldn't hold on to it. 2-on-2 developing. Goodwin out to Toppin, who corrals near head coach Diop. Wide open, left him time and space. It's short. Tosan rips down another rebound. Crews try to get it right offensively. Baseline running is Roden, and Tosan found him. He knows about that backdoor cut. He went to Princeton, and we're tied at 20.
What a find from Awoma. Find Jared Roden right there on that baseline.
Another thing that he does so well.
Yes.
Passes. Willing passer. Casalon, the former Cruiser, triples in front of the Detroit crowd, and a little hush coming from the Frenchman wearing number 9 in white. Was the two-way player for the Crews all season long. got swapped out for Buddy Boeheim. They signed to a 2-year, two-way deal. Malcolm had a good run here, but just didn't have the consistency they brought him in for. Toppin with a reverse with a little English. Speaking of Tosan, and Toppin wanted that foul too. Knicks +5.
It's a very tough bucket from Toppin.
5-0 run. No look baseline. Tosan kisser off the glass, and the Crews down just 3 with 3 to go. Goodwin lobs, Toppin two-teamed, missed it. Crashed out of there by Amude. Tosan will pull up from the corner, Splash City! Tosan with a triple and a 5-0 Crews run have us knotted up.
How about Tosan coming off the bench and showing us a little something here today in this game? Definitely proving why he was worthy of that two-way deal.
In all the areas too, in just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Hook shot up, no, but the foul is drawn. And free throws coming, line left for Daquan Jeffries. Substitutions for the Crews. As we get another look at this Tosan triple. Stepping out here, Keith. Nate Knight will check in for the Crews. Simpson returns, and the latest member of the Crews will check in, and Mr. Diggs.
You know, Chad, I've been really impressed by Nathan Knight, who's checking in.
Yeah.
All season. Just
what do you like about him?
You know, he's a very solid basketball player. He's a big who can do just about everything. He's somebody who you have to guard on the outside. As you saw, players collapsed on him.
There you see him drive it and kick it. And Roden to complete the assignment. No, there's Diggs. And it's popped out, and here comes a 2-on-1. Toppin lob, lay-in, no. Tip back, Toppin, of course.
Toppin has been a force this entire game. I think that's 13 already for him now.
Exactly right. Man down, kick, corner, Tosan for 3 from the corner again, no. And the pass back to Big Demetria. Now to Goodwin, 3-ball, got it.
You can't give Goodwin an inch. He's just that kind of guy who's going to put it up on you and score.
Gets his first points of the game. That's the leading scorer of the G, who the Crews have shut down until that 132 mark. Knicks by 5. Simpson cradles the baby and just missed it off the iron. Casalon on the run. Goodwin trying to heat up. Big boy from the Ukraine, left hand, lazy finish, bam. How about it? Demetrio gets a bucket. Roden gonna rip a 3. Side out, no. Here comes Toppin with 50 ticks left.
Seems like the Crews have really been out of all sorts of rhythm since they've come out of that last timeout.
Big time.
Would like to see them start to work the ball around a little bit more instead of taking quick shots early in those sets.
I like it. Casalon, alley-oop, lay in good. That's Dimitro Skapentsev.
We got to give him credit for a dunk. We can't call that a lay-in.
You could do that. He's 7'1", 270. I'm not going to tell him it's not. Roden back out to Nate. 4-3. Splash! Nate Knight. Keith Jason's favorite cruiser triples, and it's back to a 6-point game.
I love the way he can extend the floor.
You have the right to do that, and I respect that.
I'm a fan, that's for sure.
That's all right. A lot to love about Nate Knight, an acquisition that came over in December. 6 seconds left, shot clock dark. Goodwin with it. The top scorer in the G with just 3 points. Right wing 3, Splash City. Daquan did it again, and the Knicks with a 7-0 run to climb that lead up to 9 here at the end of the first. How about that shot from Jeffries?
And here we have it. Jeffries from the side. Splash, as my man Chad would say.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to fix my feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Everyone looking for a bandwagon. Every statistician always in the weeds.
Points, rebounds, assists.
Every streetwear king who's here for the drip. Every Nuggets fan still reigning like a champ. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, it's game time.
We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the Heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire.
Hit me.
The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
Welcome back to Wayne State Fieldhouse. Let's go down to the floor to Kara Lyles. Kara?
Yeah, well, I'm here with Camille Romaine with Henry Ford. Camille, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role is with Henry Ford?
Oh, thanks so much for asking. I'm Camille Romaine. I'm the social work manager for the Cancer Service Line, and that means all the community health workers and social workers within Henry Ford Cancer report to me.
And you guys have such an important, partnership here with the Crews. Talk a little bit about that and how much you guys both are able to contribute to the community.
Yeah, our partnership with the Motor City Crews has been awesome. Two really great organizations who care about their community, based in their community, focus on giving back and making sure that patients undergoing treatment have what they need when they need it the most.
What a great showing it is today for Breast Cancer Awareness Game. How important is it for you guys to be able to kind of do this together with the Crews?
Yeah, it's really important. Game on Cancer impacts hundreds of patients every year. There's such a great need, and we never know truly when one of our own might be in need. And that's really what it's all about, right? Getting the word out, making sure that people know what Game on Cancer is, how to contribute to the fund, and how we to show community giving in that relationship. It's a really great opportunity.
Camille, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to chat with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. Go Crews!
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Kara. Really appreciate it, Camille. Awesome cause. Great to have this support by the Crews for this wonderful event and this fight for breast cancer awareness. Back at this ball game, the Knicks are +5 with 10:45 to go in the second. He's Keith Jason. My name is Chad Bush. That's Nate Knight whistling his way through. And that ball pops out of there, and here come the Knicks after a close range miss. 5-on-4 the other way. Nate Knight is down, and now Nate Knight is all alone. But the safety broke up the pass, and his name's Roby. And the Crews will have to reset baseline right.
The story of this game so far has really been the shooting by the Knicks. When you look at the stats before that last timeout, they were shooting 64% from the field, 50% from behind the three-point line. The Crews are not shooting bad from the field, 48% from the field, but only 36% from the three. So hopefully they'll be able to pick that up here as the game progresses.
Yeah, pretty clean, sharp shooting game so far. Owoma with 9 points to lead the Crews. 15 for Jacob Toppin. 7 of 9 shooting in that first frame. Xavier Simpson, a couple of points in this game, pulls up from 16 and finishes. The Michigan man gets the Crews within a possession. Washington with a pressure, thanks to Diggs. And this intensity's picked up a little bit on both sides of the ball, Keith.
Definitely like what I'm seeing in the defensive intensity. Not giving anybody open looks, not giving anybody a whole lot of room to move.
Washington against Devin Higgs. Pull up three, splash. He did it again. His second triple, give him 8. And a quick whistle afterwards, but the Knicks are +6. And the downright dirty downtown shooting is on display for the Knicks right here and right now.
Here we can see the shot from Washington going down. And then I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to see what happened with this technical here.
Yeah, I couldn't catch it either. And looks like Diggs is the guilty party. Whatever the case was, Buddy Boeheim will check in. Diggs will check out. Jamel McMillan asked for a quick explanation. Nobody seems to know what's going on here.
Chad, what do you think about in the G League, the 1-for-2 free throw?
I love it. It's quick, gets to the point, and I don't know, I think it all evens out in the end. I love it. Boeheim for 3 again, and he buries it. That's his 3rd of the day. Give him 9 to tie for the team hop.
Buddy Buckets is just so dangerous from anywhere on the court. Can't leave him any space at all. Otherwise, you'll see what you just saw right there with the 3-point basket.
Top 5 in the league in 3-point shooting, and just the confidence and the quick release for the former Orangeman, Syracuse.
And how about last month when we had Antoine Davis and Buddy Boeheim going back and forth in that game? 2 of the league's top 3-point shooters.
It's fun to see.
Yes, it
was. Against the remix.
Yep.
Amude, fresh off the drive, hot knife through butter. Crews have cut it to 2. Stanley with a crisp offensive set. Shot short and off the mark from the 7-1 Ukrainian. Buddy from the corner for 3. He'll know. Tosan's got his back and a fresh 13. Awoma against Roby. Kick, corner, Simpson 3. Heels off, Roby on the run.
Yeah, that's not really the shot that I want to see from Simpson.
Simpson with a steal, hot hands on the move. Says, give me that pill. Little hezzy. Knight from distance. No good.
Yeah, Knight on that opportunity there, just a little bit off. But like I said earlier, he can definitely extend the floor. Love what he brings to the table. And it looks like we've got, is that 8 seconds?
Don't see
so
that
the call
every
will be
day.
8 seconds. Huh.
No press, no nothing. And that one will not sit well with Coach Jop.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something he's going to talk to them about in the next time out.
He's assisted by Devin Blair, Mike Hall. The Crews are assisted by Brian Boyle, David Noel, and the man that we'll talk to at halftime. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we'll talk to Detroit's own Marcus Stout, who also has a role in the community relations. The only coach to have multiple roles, and that's because they love and trust Marcus Stout. You put a guy in community relations and as an assistant, it speaks volumes about what he means to the local area and what he could do and balance both those roles.
Marcus is loved throughout the community here in the city of Detroit. Everywhere I go, people know Coach Stout.
They do. At every level, it seems.
Yes.
Nate Knight working hard and gets a blue-collar kind of roll to go home. Crews have tied it at 41 with 8 to go.
And a lot of times when big guys can shoot the 3, they're not necessarily ones to bang down low. But Nathan Knight gives you that presence inside as well.
Can really do it both ways. Washington Jr. can also drive and shoot and score in so many ways. He's heating up. He's in double figures now with 11. Stanley to stay hot. Short corner left. Floater good. And he's just showing off right now. Stanley with 6. And the Crews back and forth we go. They've tied it at 43. No time to waste. And Roby trenches one from the top of the circle.
I think they just kind of forgot about Roby on that one right there.
Just a little walk-up 3. Boeheim says, I'll step into 1-2. That was the 2-point variety. Malcolm Casalon has returned for the Knicks. Toppin gives it up, but wants it back. Oh, why not? He's had some magic. He's been stuck on those 15 points, though. No good for Casalong. Cruz with numbers. 4 on 3. Tosan to the corner. And Simpson will settle it down. Start, stop. Now he'll rev it up. And off the toe, he'll boot it away. Toppin down the avenue. Fouled. And he'll go line left and shoot one.
Amude gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar there on the foul. It's got to be hard to stop somebody like Toppin coming to the lane on a break like that.
It's a big boy with a lot of steam. We'll stop here and pause, step aside with 6:43 to go. We got a dandy. Cruz and the Knicks, back and forth we go. We're back to Wayne State Fieldhouse right after this.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to Fix My Feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing.
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
This is the first meeting for these two franchises this season. They'll meet again tomorrow in less than 24 hours. And a game we'll do right here on Cruz basketball, a 1 o'clock start, so a 21-hour gap. But this is a Knicks team that, although they're 6-16, they started the year off, Keith, 0-5. They had a successful Showcase Cup season, to say the least.
I mean, the beginning of everything. They were 13-4 to start off everything. Of course, won the Showcase Cup back in December, and I'm not quite sure what happened after that, but this has definitely been a tale of 2 seasons for these Knicks.
It has. They're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak right now. They've lost 7 out of 8. Cruz have lost 3 straight as well. Jace Johnson draws the foul, and Isaiah Roby says, look at that again. I didn't foul him.
And what I love about Jace Johnson is if he doesn't get the rebound, you're going to leave knowing that you battled for a rebound with Jace Johnson, because he just pushes so much down there and gets so much contact. Almost makes you not want to fight with him for a rebound.
Yes. Jamel McMillan raving about him before the game, talking about his offensive rebounds and the way that he just enjoys screening, too. He just loves to be a screener and set picks. And not a lot of guys are built like that.
And he's not a guy who was on this roster at the start of the season. So what a job by GM Ben Carlone, getting him from, I think it was, Golden State's team?
I think it was. Yes, it was. Santa Cruz. You're exactly right. Yeah, Ben Carlone, Max Unger, phenomenal job this year. I mean, that's just one example of it, Jace Johnson. But the Tosan Awoma signings and just, bringing guys like Nate Knight in.
Yep.
Yeah, they've done great work with all kinds of ups and downs, and guys up with the Pistons, down with the Cruz. It's been a lot to balance. They've done a fine job. Jace Johnson proving the point each trip down the floor. And that big body's working well right there.
Just a bruiser down low and an absolute punisher.
Roby punishes that net and points to the Detroit crowd. He wanted a foul, too. Knicks +6. Roby putting on a clinic. He's got 8. Off a screen, Roden trying to get him going again. Fade away from 16, not the answer. Goodwin with a rebound. He's stuck on 3 points. He leads the G League in scoring. Cruz with a great job on him. And that continues there.
Yep. Really done an impressive job holding him to under his average so far, or at least half of his average.
You bet. Amude from downtown, no. Johnson couldn't save it. Goodwin on the run. Toppin couldn't stuff it, but he does corral it. And the officials want to reset some things here.
I think they're asking for 12 on the shot clock. Okay.
Yeah, the reset.
I got to remember I'm on this side of the officials today. Normally I'm at the PA table doing
that counts as a shot. So
yes.
they're saying reset the shot clock. It was an awkward-looking shot, but it officially was a shot. It was a failed alley-oop attempt that was saved, impressively enough, by Toppin. He's been the story so far. 17 points with 5 minutes to go. Just 2 points since the first quarter, though. This is Bay who's checked in. Left corner, Daquan for 3. Splash City. Jeffries.
And Chad, you just can't defend the shot any better than they did on that one. It was just a better shot.
Facts. Johnson working his way in the post. Cross post to Amude, who had it rejected by Roby. 3-on-2. Goodwin, kick, corner, baseline, reverse lost, regathered, and stripped. 3-on-2 developing. Boeheim with Amude on his right, Roden on his left. 3 no good. Ball loose, Roden got his own miss. Kick to the other corner, Stanley's turn. No. Tough luck miss.
Chad, I think at halftime we need to go down there and grab the lid from off of that basket. Or maybe we should leave it up because that'll be their basket in the second half for the Knicks.
Man. I tell you, you got to be pleased with the looks and the sharing.
Absolutely.
A lot of positives, but that thing's got to go through for you to feel right. And it just hasn't happened for the Crews. They're down 9 right now. Trying to get back to 500, trying to make a push. They're a game and a half out of that final playoff spot. 11 games to go. Washington for 3 again, and he fills it up. Give them 14 points. Second high score on the team today. And the Knicks now with their largest lead of the afternoon.
And they're still shooting at or over 50% from behind the three-point line for this game.
Sure are. 9 triples and 16 tries. I can't do that math. That's why you're up here. Shot no good. Here comes Goodwin. You didn't know that was why I brought you up here?
Well, you know, I went to Eastern Michigan, so I've never really highly heralded my math ability there.
Say less. I've heard of the place. 3 is good. 15-point lead for the Knicks after that triple. And the Crews with some work to do down their darkest hole of the day.
And don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for my EMU degree, but math was never my strength.
Same here.
I know that's 3, though.
1, 2, 3 for Amude. Count him up. He has 9, and he's been pretty nifty today. Stanley coming off. Bounce back from a couple nights ago. Rejected by Stanley. He's active today. Watch out, Roden down the runway. And that's a goaltend on Toppin. You count those 2 points, and they did.
And that's a great example of where offense leads to defense, which leads to more offense. Amude with a nice basket, comes back down the court, gets energized, gets the block, kicks it out to Roden. Here we are with the goaltender and the basket.
It's contagious. It transfers over. And here's another look at that Roden run out. And the Toppin tap out. That's a goaltend, and I don't know what the discussion's about, but we're going to step aside. Right now, with the Crews down by 10, 2.5 to go. Don't go anywhere. Crews ready to make a run. We're coming back here on Crews Basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Hey, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the Heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire.
Hit me.
The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Ooh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After.
Pleasant Saturday here in Midtown Detroit. He's Keith Jason. My name is Chad Bush. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Casey Buford, your chief engineer. 10-point Knicks lead, 2.5 to go. Keith, what needs to happen for the Crews to make a run and get this to single digits at least before the break?
Well, they've got to figure out a way to slow the Knicks down from behind the three-point line. And then they've also got to start hitting some of their own shots.
Double-digit three makes for the Knicks, and that's another one. They keep a running and keep a falling. That's Jeffries, the latest. And what a tally it's been. That's now 12 three-point makes. Pardon me. Roden from 12, and that's a live and right roll, and he deserves it. Number 8 has 10, and the Crews have cut it to 11.
Crews are only shooting 44% from the floor right now. So that's something I'm sure they're going to have to make some adjustments with at the half. And you cannot let a 7'1" big man get the ball that low in the post.
Skapencev having his way. It's another one. 44 with 6 points now. Boeheim against a zone. Down the avenue, Simpson. Nice look to J.J. Flush is finished.
I love that Johnson wears the number 36. Sometimes I've wondered as an ode to Rasheed Wallace while he's here.
Good call. Big Sheed fan myself.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah, the ball doesn't lie. What's the stoppage for here, sir?
Not quite sure.
Okay, well, while we got a chance, take a look at that replay.
There it is. The big man throwing it down. JJ, 36, with a nice dunk.
Fine game for him. A wall up there, but it doesn't matter. Daquan Jeffries finishes, give him 10, and that's a big bucket, Keith, to put him up 13. Simpson, 17-footer, no. Tap back, Roden, yes! Back-to-back buckets for Roden. 33 seconds left. Good win to the front court. Skapencev stepping out for a 30-footer. Get out of here.
Chad, I didn't see that one in the scouting report, so I'm not quite sure where that came from, but apparently he's got that in his bag.
Dynamite from Dimitro. And don't look now, the Knicks are up 2 touchdowns in Detroit. 10 seconds left, Simpson. High ball screen with Johnson. 4 seconds. Roden at the horn for 3, need it, didn't get it.
Yeah.
Shot clock violation, and tough recognition there for the Crews.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaker. You would have loved to have seen them close this lead to as close to 10 as they possibly can before the half.
2.5 seconds left. Inbound, Toppin at the horn for 3. No. The Knicks get 70 points in this first half, and they hold a 14-point advantage over the Crews. Keith Jason, it was a pleasure, sir. Thank you very much for being on color and being a friend.
Chad, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
You bet, man. Did a great job.
Thank you.
We'll take a timeout for Midtown Detroit. The Crews with some work to do. Actually, we'll keep it right here. I apologize. We're going to go down to Kara Lyles momentarily. And Kara is courtside with Marcus Stout. Kara, take it away.
Coach, the Knicks had 13 threes in the first half. How do you guys work on better defending that three-point shot?
We got to take the airspace away, get into bodies early, be a little more physical, make them put it on the ground and make plays.
How do you start to cut this deficit going into the second half?
Always starts on the defensive side. Like I said, it's being more physical, make them work, finish plays, and try to get out and get some easy ones.
All right, Coach, thanks so much. Good luck second half. Chad?
Thank you, Kara. Appreciate that. There you hear from Marcus Stout. Clear, concise direction on what this club has to do to get this thing back in order. We've seen the Crews come from behind in double-digit deficits a couple of times this year and become victorious. Can they do it today on this Saturday? We'll take a timeout. Kara Lyles will have an interview for you coming up, a very special interview with Wendy Kemp. We hope you'll stand by for that. We'll have some highlights, some stats coming up. Keith and I will return in a moment. You're watching Crews basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Take a look around. Did you really expect it to be different? A city built on big ideas and big dreams. Where bad boys became legends. And going to work means more than just clocking in. Where champions inspired the next generation. Where the soul of the city sounds so different.
Call it hustle.
Or whatever the Detroit you want to call it. Man, we do what we do. Every day, every drive, every shot. We're always working, always Pistons, always Detroit
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Toppin was the story of the first quarter with 15 points. He got some help with his backcourt mate, Dwayne Washington Jr. And Keith, this was a tough train to stop the Knicks early with the shooting, especially from distance, knocking down 12 trays.
And it didn't help that they were having their own struggles from the floor, only shooting about 30% from three. So it's hard to keep up when you're knocking down twos and the other team's knocking down threes all day.
Yeah, the Knicks have turned the trade on the top three-point shooting team in the league, the Crews. However, they were able to get some production out of a few players. 8 points for Roden, 9 for Boeheim, 9 for Amude, and 9 for Awoma. So there is good balance going on. And the Crews had their moments, but the sharp shooting of the Knicks, just too much. And the 60% three-point shooting you'd think would even out at some point. But guys like Isaiah Roby were stepping out. He knocked down a couple. Jeffries knocked down a couple, and Washington drenched 4 triples in the first half for 17 points to tie with Toppin for the lead. Crews, you'd think defensively have to get some things addressed, right, with that three-point shot It leaves you vulnerable, though, to some other areas.
Yeah, and the other thing that I'm looking at is where Xavier Simpson is at. Right now, he only has 3 assists in the first half. He's about 10 a game, so he's a little behind where he's normally at. Would love to see him step up and take a little bit more control with this offense and get guys like Boeheim, Roden, and then Amude in the mix on a fairly regular basis.
Amude was a good highlight in the first with 9 points in the ball game and 4 dimes to go with it. We'll see if Simpson can lead them back and get the team involved in a rally in this second half. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Kara Lyles sits down with a special guest, Wendy Kemp. We'll have that next. It's the Knicks by 14 at the break. We're back to Midtown Detroit right after this.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
All right, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the Heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire. The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
Welcome back to Midtown Detroit. I am pleased to be back here with Wendy Kemp from Game On Cancer. Wendy, thanks for taking the time to chat with us today.
No, this is a great pleasure. Love coming out here and being with the Crews. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Why don't we start off? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role is with Game On Cancer.
So I am the development manager for Game On Cancer. So I do the majority of the fundraising for Game On Cancer, which is a big program. And what we do is we help patients that are going through cancer treatment and they need support, either with a car payment, a house note, getting to their appointment. We want them to concentrate on getting better. So we raise funds to help them out while they're going through treatment.
You guys do so much for the community and so much for other people as well as the Crews. Talk about your guys' partnership a little bit and how important that has been for Game On Cancer.
is very important. So even today, we have so many patients and staff members out here celebrating today. This is a great outlet. The Cruise has been so supportive to us in regards to opening it up, giving us tickets. We're even bringing our Game on Cancer Kids Club members out in a couple of weeks for a party. So thank you so much for everything that you allow us to do with our patients.
Talk about the day that we're having today. Breast cancer awareness game. Everybody came out, showed their support. How special are games like this?
This is so special. All the patients that came out were so happy to be a part of this. And literally, we're either celebrating that they've gone through treatment or they're going through treatment. But this is a day that they can just have some fun and watch the Cruise, play some basketball, eat some pizza, and not think about being a patient and just literally get their game on out here with you guys.
Absolutely. Well, what are ways that Cruise fans can contribute to Game on Cancer?
So if you go to GameOnCancer.com, you can go there. It goes to our website. You can make a donation through that. You can follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram via hashtag GameOnCancer.
So you've used the hashtag. What about everybody here taking pictures today? They can use that hashtag on social media?
Absolutely. Go on Facebook, tag us on hashtag GameOnCancer, like us, follow us. We want to know you're here. We want to see what you're doing. We want to see your photos.
How important is that support from the community? Just kind of checking in every once in a while, you know?
Absolutely. You get to see everything that we're doing.
That's awesome. All right, Wendy, thank you so much for chatting with us today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
All right, stay right here. We've got Cruise basketball coming up next.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to Fix My Feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
All right, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter. League Pass goes hard. Hey, check out the heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire. The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks.
I'm never leaving. I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
Welcome back to Wayne State Fieldhouse. The Cruise right now trailing by 14 points with some work to do. And we'll see if they can regroup and rally. This is a Cruise team that found themselves down at the end of one by 9. Down 14. We'll see if they can rally. It's been a three-point shooting barrage is the storyline for the Knicks. 11 triples on 58% three-point shooting. A near fumble and turnover there, but guess what? Washington Jr. says, I got your back, don't worry about it. And he triples and puts one right in the eye of the Cruise to start things. Largest lead of the afternoon for the Knicks. A 17-point lead, 30 seconds in. Simpson gonna try to match it. That's long. Johnson is fouled over the back, and again, such a threat on the glass, especially offensively, is Jace Johnson. And he earns another possession for the Cruise on this set. 12 points for Roden to lead the way for the Cruise. Simpson down to JJ. Shot short, got it back and got it rejected. Got to work quick. 3 on the shot clock. Amude to Boeheim at the buzzer for 3. No. Boy, Cruise just can't buy one. Got the right look down the avenue. But Taquan Jeffries couldn't finish it. A little premature takeoff on that Metro Airport runway. Here's another look at that. I mean, he takes off. What was he thinking? He says, I could do that. He does earn a trip to the free throw line. Taquan Jeffries. Out of Tulsa. He's down here on assignment. And he puts the Knicks up by their largest margin of the day here in Detroit. Roden with a dozen down the avenue. They'll never get him. A lefty flush. And the Cruise get their first points on the floor in this half. Kick left side. Washington again for 3. No. Back out to Roby. And a fresh 12 for Toppin. Toppin tied for the team high with 17. This time it's Washington again, and that's going to go off of Simpson. He went up with Jeffries, and he doesn't agree with this call. And that's a technical, and Simpson's guilty of it. John Connolly teed him up. And here's another look at it. Here's the shot. Up. And yeah, I think it went off Jeffries. And the Cruise will challenge, rightfully so, and probably get this thing back. And Simpson will come over and, like a good leader, have a conversation with that man that teed him up, John Connolly. And we'll step aside while the challenge moves on. Right now, it's all Knicks. 75-58 from Detroit. We'll step aside. This is Cruise basketball.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
It's a 9-game road swing for the Knicks. Yeah, a 9-game road swing. That's what they're amongst right now. They lost their first game back on Sunday to the Maine team, and they're looking for revenge tonight in the Motor City. Evan Stockton, welcome back. The Knicks, thanks for coming. You're welcome. The Knicks are hot from downtown. That's really been the story, and they got a couple guys that have really lit it up for them so far in this game.
This Westchester team, when we talk about Toppin and Goodwin, Goodwin's the best scorer in the G League, and Toppin's brother, Obi. To me, this game simply boils down to on one side, Westchester has
Welcome back. Knicks on top, 76-58. Crews indeed do get it back after the challenge. Crews have it topside with Roden. Top scorer in this game for the Crews. Coming a game under 500. In a game that Jamel McMillan said we have to find a way. Simpson does just that. He gets the hoop, the harm, and this might get these Cruisers up and running. It's been a slow start today for Simpson, but getting other guys set up and finishing himself, something the Crews need him to do here in the second half. Crews came in 19th in the G League in offense, and the Knicks came in 31st in the G League in defense. And we welcome in Evan Stockton. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Evan Stockton on color. We're just, rotating color today.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's like pitching change. We'll have the guy start the game. I'll come out of the bullpen. I'll give you a couple innings. No problem.
Yeah, serviceable righty.
I'm good. Yeah, I'll be that sixth guy off the bench.
You're better than that.
Thank you.
Washington air ball. He's better than that, too. He's proven that in the stat sheets. Roden alone in the corner. Don't do that. Splash City. Here come the Crews. 6-0 run since Evan Stockton sat down.
Well, Chad, the big thing in this game is, right, Westchester, I know their record's not great, but they have nothing to lose and Toppin's back, so they got a good duo with Goodwin. The Crews just have to find a way to get through this mental roadblock they've had the last couple of games.
Boy, has it been one. And Daquan Jeffries continues the three-point barrage. Knicks back plus 16.
I mean, this is one of those deals where Westchester cannot miss in this game. So mentally, the Crews are going, what more can we do? We keep contesting these guys. They just keep making every darn thing that they throw up there.
They came in 29th in the G League in three-point shooting at 32%.
They're slightly better than that today.
Yeah. See if it doesn't even out at some point. Can the Crews stick around? Jeffries flirting with fire. Heat check or no? Buddy to Roden. Roden was 17. Put together fabulous back-to-back games. So was Boeheim. High ball screen, Jace Johnson. Pull up Roden. Yes!
How good has he been the last couple of games? Roden was awesome the other day, and this is not awesome. Crews are just losing guys. Johnson getting late down the floor. Boeheim, the only guy back there. Easy dunk on the other end for Westchester.
Jeffries leaking out. Not the stop the Crews need at this point. Amude loose for three. Can't get his second one to go down. Top it on the run. Pass tipped and a reset coming. Oh, Roden saved it in the corner. Are you kidding me?
Did you see that? He saved that thing between his legs. My goodness.
Gave up on him. My bad. End the possession too? No. Jeffries with a board and the run out by the G League's top scorer, Goodwin. Banker no good. And here comes Simpson. Waiting for company.
I love the reset there. Don't force anything silly. You need to get a good look here.
We'll see if Amude can give him that. Between two defenders, slithers his way in and can't finish. Goodwin behind the legs. Washington, no. Starting to cool off from distance.
It's going to be fascinating to watch Amude in the second half. You can't blame him for the frustration.
Simpson will draw the foul. If they didn't call it, Amude was there for a sure two. Timeout on the floor. Knicks take it. So timeout. Sagana Job. Cruz maybe making a run. Some work to do. 7:07 to go. Down 16. Back to the field house in a moment. You're watching Cruz basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Well, the stat leaders amongst the G League reside in Detroit. How about Jace Johnson? And third best in the league in rebounds. What an acquisition by Ben Carloni and Max Unger. Third in three-pointers, Buddy Boeheim. And how about dimes? 9 per game for Xavier Simpson. Evan, look, the Crews have the pieces in place and some of the best in the league.
You know, Chad, you and I talked on Thursday when the band got back together against Indiana. Oh, it's great that Tosan's back and Jace is back and all these sorts of things. Stanley's back full time. But it does take a couple of games to get acclimated, and the rhythm these boys were in December and January, not the rhythm they're in right now. The good news, this is the G League. There's still 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. 14 points, nothing.
Top and alley-oop and a dime from Goodwin. And the Knicks continue to climb that lead.
I don't know what the Toppins drank growing up, but both of them are unbelievably athletic. Some of the dunks that Obi has are absurd, and that was a pretty darn good one from Jacob.
Bet. Simpson, you saw amongst the leaders, 9 dimes per game, can score 2, not there. Washington on the run. Against Johnson, blocked. Johnson swallowed it, but the throw-ahead's a flaw, and Goodwin picks it like a safety. All alone Washington. And he lost it off his toe, and he lost confidence in that three.
Okay, so what just happened with Jace Johnson really is reflective of what is going on with the Crews right now. They're pressing. They're pushing. Even when they have a great play like that Johnson block, a needless, unnecessary throw ahead. The Crews need to understand here, a lot of ball game to go. We got over half the third quarter. One possession at a time is going to get us back in this game, because with Tosan and Stanley and Jarrett and Simpson leading the charge. And oh, by the way, one of the best three-point shooters in the league, Buddy Boeheim. You got the fortifications to come back.
Sure do. Amude, no. Johnson trying to keep it alive, and guess what? He does. The inspirational energy for Jace Johnson. Higgs returns for the Motor City Crews. Knicks having a whale of a night from downtown. And the Crews, the best in the league, having one of their worst nights from downtown. It's been that kind of afternoon in Detroit. Toppin for 3 to add to the storyline. No. Tosan to press it all the way, draws the foul. And Dimitro Skapensev gets the foul.
I like that drive because I know this is professional basketball. I know the three-point shot is such a vital element in today's day and age. You still got to get to the hole. There's that old basketball adage, oh, we can't get anything to fall. Guess what? Better odds when you get yourself to the free throw line. Crews need to continually keep that in the back of their mind on the comeback trail. Good shots. Nothing forced. Just because we think we need to take a three, we don't have to.
Tosan out of the UK. Grew up in England playing soccer. Ivy League Player of the Year in 2022, and that one's too easy for the 7-1 Ukrainian, and the Knicks are plus 16.
You know, that was incredibly unselfish by Goodwin. That was an uncontested layup, but he threw it up, and yeah, the 7-footer tapped it in. Interesting, but it worked.
20 points below a season average, willing to give it up. That's a good sign of a teammate. Amude with a tough luck pop out, and here comes Bay and the Knicks with a comfy lead in the third. Toppin laying with a right hand left side, and the blow by works, and the Knicks are plus 18. Higgs for three. Splash City. Little gauze on that bleed. Big one for the guy off the bench out of Atlanta.
Yeah, it feels weird to say that that's a huge shot that turns an 18-point game into a 15-point game, but it is. Cruz got to see stuff fall.
He's one of the guys in the Cruz. There's 4 players that have either played at Division II or lower. Block shot there by JJ. Ahead to Boeheim. To Tosan with a hezzy and a Euro. Back to Stanley. 4-3, no.
Man, I feel bad for Stanley Amude. I mean, these last 2 games, nothing is dropping. And they're not, seriously, they're not uncontested. I mean, these are good looks that Stanley is getting. Not contested. It's just, I feel bad for the guy. And this is where you really learn a lot about his mental mindset right now when nothing's dropping, Chad.
Yeah. And he's not getting gun shy in this game, still getting the good looks, still firing, all the things you would ask for in a shooter. But yeah, these are trying times for a guy that's had a lot of bad bounces. New entry into the lineup for the Cruz. And it's the latest Cruz member, Sam Peak. Corner 3 short, and the Knicks have really cooled off from the long line. Nate Knight rips it away, 3-on-2. Knight all the way, and that's a travel. Knight says, I was tied up. The ball was knocked out of my hand.
Yeah, I don't blame him there. Watching that play live, I thought Jamal Bay got a piece. I guess not. Good defense.
Yep. Solid officiating as well. Daquan. Double team. All alone, that man, Bay. No good. Cold spell from downtown. And Nate Knight can't stop Dimitro. He'll go line right and shoot one.
And that's unfortunate down low. 44 is just flat bigger than everybody else. You hate to harp on it because he just came into the ball game, but that's Sam Peak's fault. He completely lost the man shooting the corner 3. Ended up being a miss, but a cleanup that allows Westchester to go right back to the line.
Out of Cal State Northridge, and out of Cherkasy, Ukraine, 7'1", 270-pound Dmitro Skapentsev. And he knocks it down, putting up 11 points a game and a couple of blocks. But the Knicks up a big 17 right now. Cruz needs something offensively. Roden's been that guy. Not there. Knicks looking to build this thing. Washington lays it in. That was a goaltend anyway, and you know it's going right when the goaltend goes in too. The Knicks up 19, enjoying their largest lead with plays like this.
Yeah, it's just, once again, beating Sam Peak, and I can appreciate him getting into the game and wanting to make something happen. He is from Poughkeepsie, New York, after all. He probably watched a few Knicks games growing up. But if you're Sam, just too aggressive. That open 3 2 possessions ago, and here you allow Washington to part the Red Sea, and this is danger time for the Cruz. I know 19 points in a G League game doesn't quite feel like any other level of basketball, but still, that's a healthy deficit, especially when you can't make a shot and Westchester can't miss one tonight.
Been that kind of night. The Knicks, 29th in the league in three-point shooting, have been fabulous, over 55%. Well, there's a lot of news on this team, Evan, and we've seen some comings and goings, and I know you're pleased to see Buddy Boeheim get his two-way, 2-year deal, along with the other Cruz news.
Yeah, and I'm not just pleased because he's another Syracuse guy, but also because you could see the growth of Buddy this year, right? Last year he was just a three-point shooter. His defense is better this year. His mid-range game is better this year. Buddy worked hard and now deserves that new deal.
No doubt. Nate Knight flat with a 3, 2-on-1 the other way. Alley-oop, and the language barrier there. Something crossed wires. And alley-oop.
Brandon knows it's March, not December, right? He doesn't have to give gifts. This is twice now he's tried to lob it up to Big 44. First time it worked. That time, Brandon just go for the layup, man.
Demetrio says, yeah, that's not me. Knicks with a big number. They've matched their largest lead. Tosan to the rescue. Willing his way down. Cruz lost on the set. Knicks pop it away. 2 on the timer. And the half-court heave, no good. What a set for the Knicks defensively. Dribble drive, lay-in, no match for the league's top scorer. That's his first 2-point field goal of the night, but it's a big one. The Knicks up 21, Blackjack. Tosan, no. A lid on that thing. Pull up, top side, Goodwin, 3, get out of here. And the Knicks have 96 points in Detroit with 2 to go in the third.
And the look on Jamel McMillan's face right now, the Cruz's coach says it all. It is just a stone wall.
Stunned and stone-faced as Knight kicks it out of bounds, and the frustration continues for the home team on Cancer Awareness Day.
Sometimes you can tell things early, right? And you could tell early in this game 2 things. 1, Jamel McMillan told you before the game how important this was to the Cruz. So, of course, there was pressure on him. Immediately, Westchester gets off to a 7-0 run. That doesn't help. And then as the game goes along, Westchester can't miss in the first half. So it's just all this collateral mental damage right now that is just piling on the Cruz in this third quarter.
Yep, and you can see that in the play. Stiff. In and out, no. Put back, Bay, yes. And the Knicks continue to dominate in this quarter.
Yeah, that's a mental mistake, Chad. There's just no box out. That's unacceptable.
Fine feed there. Rejected. Was that Goodwin? It was. Digs to the hole with a finger roll that fills with a minute left.
Still, that was a heck of a defensive play on Knight. Knight sees the ability for a poster dunk. He's trying to have one of those plays that means more than 2 points to get the juice back. Even with that point for the Cruz, that bucket, Knicks still had the momentum on that big block.
Yes, sir. 2-time in the corner. Demetrio steps into one and fires away and fills it, and it's all Knicks as they drill another 3. Roden off the screen, fine pull up and fill from 16. 30 seconds left.
Loving what you're seeing from Jared again. 29 on Thursday, 21 today. There just hasn't been that complimentary piece for him overall.
No. Washington, no. It has been a cold downtown shooting Knicks team in the third, but it hasn't mattered. The Cruz are colder. And trying to look for some life with 5 seconds left in the third. Simpson nowhere to go. Out to Awoma for 3. And no, doesn't happen. We'll step aside as we head to the fourth quarter. The Cruz down a 25-piece. Can they come back, do the unthinkable on this Saturday when they need it the most? We'll find out right after this. You're watching Cruz Basketball.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to fix my feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing!
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Everyone looking for a bandwagon. Every statistician always in the weeds.
Points, rebounds, assists.
Every streetwear king who's here for the drip. Every Nuggets fan still reigning like a champ. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
Crews try the comeback as we start the fourth. First, let's go down to the floor to Kara Lyles. Kara?
Yeah, well, it's a special day here at the field house as the Crews are hosting a breast cancer awareness game. We know this is a special cause for so many people and so many reasons, but tonight it is especially important for Tosan Awoma. Back in 2012, he unfortunately lost his mom to breast cancer, but he's doing things every day to keep her memory alive. You notice Tosan oftentimes wears pink on his sneakers. Pink, of course, the color of breast cancer awareness, and also during his time at Princeton, he wore the number 20 to honor his mom's birthday. He spoke earlier and said, "I'm so happy that the Crews are able to honor this great cause, guys."
Thanks so much, Kara. Yeah, very heartwarming story about Tosan and losing his mother. And look, this is real. And the rally against it and the support from the Crews and the organization hits home with Tosan and the Crews.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we have all become very aware. We all know somebody who has been affected by whether it be breast cancer or any form of cancer. It's a horrific disease, and anything we can do, not just to raise money for the cause, but support those who have been affected by it, certainly worthy, Chad. And when you cover events like this, it reminds you of, you know, how much you have to appreciate every day. It's silly, it's stupid, it's cliche. It's also very true. You never know what could affect you the next day. So appreciate what you've got today, and it just makes life so much better.
That's right. Well said. That'll send Simpson line left. Captain Hook and the 2016 Ohio Player of the Year in high school has his 10th point. Washington Jr. has been part of that storyline. 23 points in this game, and he has 5 of the triples, the most of any Nick. Jeffries adds to that tally and that number. 18 three-point makes for the Knicks, who are darn near 500 for the game. Simpson mid-range shot, no rebound. Washington, here come the Knicks.
I mean, they've just been filthy all day. Yes, they're getting good looks, but you got to knock them down. And when you make a lot of threes, you can drive and kick things out like they're doing right now.
Reset, corner, Washington, not this time. And the Knicks up a big number. Stanley with an answer. Long, and a reset for Diggs. Tosan getting space and the hang in the fill.
Chad, here's what I want to see in the fourth quarter. The Crews could come back. But what I really want to see is the fight and the compete level. You're playing the worst team in the league in the regular season, and you're down by almost 30. You're going to learn a lot about the heart of these boys in the final few minutes, and that's a good start.
We'll see if they can rally. Throw out Amude on the run. Finger roll, yes. And Coach Jop wants timeout in Detroit. We'll take it with them. Crews on a 7-0 run. Could this be the start of something? We'll find out. This is Crews basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, Simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to Fix My Feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Well, it's raining threes, and Daquan, part of the story from Deep Land. He's done it from all over, and look, this guy's down here on assignment for a reason. Daquan Jeffries lighting up 4 triples in this game.
Yeah, a bunch of them, and not only is he knocking them down, but as you can see, there's hands in his face. These are not easy threes that he's knocking down. It's been the theme of the day for Westchester. It's why they're winning by so much.
Skopentsev with an easy lay-in and double fours has 18 points. And the lead climbs. And that's popped away. Dish from Devin Higgs, knocked out of bounds, and that's a turnover. An untimely one at that.
I like the effort, though, by Higgs. He brings you the juice when he comes off the bench. Still a miscommunication with Tosan. Remember, those guys hadn't played together until Thursday.
They'll play again tomorrow. We'll have coverage of that. Less than 24 hours. Coach was concerned with that, Jamel McMillan. But I believe he'll be more concerned about this. Good ball movement here. Rip drive, Simpson. No foul called. Roby comes away clean in a 5-on-4.
I'm stunned they didn't call a foul there.
Me too. Goodwin says, I'll take it from 25. No good. Skopentsev could hold on. And that's out of bounds, back to the Crews.
I mean, Skopentsev, in terms of raw size, about as big as a guy the Crews have faced all year. Jay Hoff, also a 7-footer for Grand Rapids a few weeks ago, but Skopentsev is literally a mountain down there.
Big boy. Shot no from Tosan, wanted the call, didn't get it on the run. Goodwin all the way, they'll never get him. 0 lays it in. He's reached double digits, averages 23, a G League best, but they didn't need that tonight, Evan. It's been all Knicks. And Roden with a microcosm of what's happened for the Crews in this game.
Yeah, and looking at their bench right now, you're going to get a look at it. Right side of your screen, just the faces tell the story for the Crews. A lot of faces that are not only frustrated, but they're perplexed. They're like, what is going on here?
Right. Roden off the mark, out of bounds. The Crews below 25% in this game from distance. They came in leading the league at 38%. Meanwhile, the Knicks came in shooting 32%. They're up to about 50% right now from downtown. They've knocked home 20 triples in this game. Sometimes storylines flip on you.
Yeah, and that's why we enjoy coming and covering sports and being at the gym every single day, because you never really know what's going to happen, right? No one's actually a professional bettor. No one knows what the heck's going to happen. So you come into this game and the complete opposite flips, and it's a credit to the Knicks, right? A team that's had a lot of turnover, not a good record in this regular season portion. You wouldn't know it watching them today.
No, you wouldn't. Foul, no, it's a baseline infraction on that end line. Ball out of bounds. Substitution for the Knicks. As they check in number 35, Abdullah Ahmed out of Egypt, 6'9", 250. This is an international draft acquisition. The Egyptian Abdullah Ahmed is in the lineup for the Knicks. Block shot by Jeffries. Roden upset, stays behind, topping for 3. It's an air biscuit. And Tosan tried to save it and could not. And he didn't need to.
And they just gave a technical to Jared for all the things he was saying on the other end, which, again, this goes back to what we just said 3 minutes ago. You're going to learn a lot about the compete level of these guys. Honestly, I don't hate it from Jared. You're down 30, you know? Still get a little bit of life in this game when it's just gone so horribly for you all day.
It's like in baseball, you're going to go out, you know you're going to play again the next day, go out swinging.
Isn't it amazing how often the manager gets run in the 7th inning of a blowout game on a Saturday night when you got to come back the next day for a 1 o'clock Sunday matinee?
Yeah, he wants to get home early.
Yeah, get
in the locker room early.
Well, get a few extra Z's, but also get that pregame meal before everybody else does. Get that prime piece of chicken.
A few extra hydration pieces and some chicken. Chicken fingers today. That's what the crew is knocking down back at the PPC, captained by Alex Westfall. The attendees are a-flowing back in Midtown. Jealous. Jeffries to the rack, and he just rattles one home. And the Knicks just starting to run away. Amude for the fine finish from the left block.
And what's weird about the score right now is, yes, the Crews have had their fair share of losses this year, but they don't get blown out. So this is why it's strange to watch. So abnormal for a Jamel McMillan coach club to have the game just fall away from them like this.
Ahmed below, and look at that fancy footwork from the Egyptian. And that's some magic out of 35 off the bench. And the Knicks have reached 113. 18-footer Simpson, count it. He's got a dozen.
And this is not good. Ahmed just came into the game and he's hurt. Oh, brother. You hate to see this.
Holding his right ankle and now holding back tears. Abdullah Ahmed did something, and we hope it's not serious. We'll step aside. With 6:29 to go, we'll come right back with a special guest. You're watching Crews basketball.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Welcome back. Let's go to Kara Lyles. She's with a special guest.
Yeah, guys, I am here with the in-arena DJ, High Def Steph. We kind of caught him at a bad time because he's kind of working a little bit here. But he's used to it, he said. All right, what's the go-to song that people request here?
I don't know, something super hype depending on how we doing in the game. Maybe some Mo Bamba, Sheck West, something like that.
Well, you mentioned how we're doing in the game. This one, maybe not so great. How do you get the crowd into this one?
I try to keep the energy up by playing upbeat music, songs that people may know, popular songs in the moment right now, family-friendly type of stuff.
I knew you were busy right there, so I let you go to work. Last question. What's the best part of your job?
All of it. I love basketball. I love DJing. Get to combine the two things in one space in front of all these people. What's not to love?
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for your time. We'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. All right, Chad, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Kara. That's High Def Steph, and he keeps the vibes in this building just perfect. Bay with a flush, and the Knicks continue to pile on right now.
There's a shocking lack of Kenny Chesney, Bruce Springsteen, and Taylor Swift in the playlist, but it's fine. I'll work on High Def Steph.
questions, comments, complaints, I'll give you Steph's number.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
More Taylor Swift?
I mean,
songbird of the generation.
She's the songbird of our generation.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say our generation. I'm not included in that, right?
I think it would be, I'm 28, so it'd be like, I don't know, 19 to 30. Karen-I's generation.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I respect that. And I do like your song. Dance with my daughter to it all the time. Off the back of the heel, no. Ryan Terrell is checked in. And the native of Southern California pushes ahead to the native of Atlanta. Mr. Higgs for 3, no. Bay with a rebound, and here come the Knicks comfortably in front.
You could tell on that 3, Toppin did not respect Higgs' ability to hit that 3 because right before he shot it, he took 3 steps back.
He did. And that's disrespect because he's already hit one today from there.
I agree. Devin's a pretty good three-point shooter, all things considered.
So is this guy, Buddy Boeheim. Top 5 in our league and makes 3rd. Turnover there. Watch out. That's Bay. Watch. And the wham. And the Knicks have 120 in Detroit and a cool 30-point lead.
In case you were wondering what age Chad grew up in, he just referenced Baywatch and wham in 5 seconds.
Toppin the other way. Count it. And Jamel McMillan's seen enough. 4:02 left. We'll keep it right here, but this is something, and this is not the effort you expected after the loss a couple nights ago to the Mad Ants.
You know, it was fascinating listening to Coach McMillan talk to you before the game, and you asked him about, hey, 4 o'clock today, 1 o'clock tomorrow. He goes, I don't care about tomorrow. We got to get today. The score is what it is. Crews are going to lose. So now you go, how do you turn around for tomorrow? Because you can accept Thursday's loss. Indiana's maybe the best team in the league. You just got all your pieces back. You can accept this. I know Westchester just got Toppin back, and Jeffries has had a heck of a game. And, you know, they've got a really good score and good win, but this is unacceptable. It's a Westchester team that only has 6 wins in the regular season, and the Crews did this. And I don't think we're speaking out of pocket when we say it's unacceptable, because that's probably the first thing Jamel McMillan's going to say after the ballgame.
No, you're right. Knicks came in losers of 7 of their last 8, losers of 3 straight. And the Crews needed this one, but not their night. But that was Nate's. Bucket good. He's got 7.
Okay, so look at who's on the floor with 3.5 left. Terrell, Knight, Peak, Jones, and Higgs. Terrell doesn't play a whole heck of a lot. Everybody else is a rotation piece.
Yeah, it's the 2s and the 3s.
Yeah, Jamel's got these guys on the floor on purpose because A, he wants to see what they have with the score being what it is, but also he doesn't like the normal guys. He doesn't like the starters and the first couple off the bench. It's just been that type of day.
Yeah, it's a statement, and it's a loud one. Jamel's still coaching on that sideline. A lot of energy. Seeing what his guys can do.
Well, it's a loud statement as well because look who's on the floor for the Knicks. Goodwin's still out there. Toppin's still out there. Ahmed's back on the floor. Thank goodness. We thought it was a pretty serious injury, but, you know, the Knicks are still leaving their rotation pieces out
there. No, it means a lot to them. 6 wins. Far cry from what they did in the first part of the season called the Showcase Cup. They won it as the 2 seed out of the East. Right now they're the 2nd worst team in the G and the last seed in the East. Jump shot off the mark, no. That's off the hand of Higgs. 3 minutes left. Goodwin came in as the headliner. He's got 12 points, and he's got 4 teammates with more points ahead of him. And he sets one up here. That's Toppin with another. He's got 26. Peak left point. Lobs it up for Knight. Knocked out of there. Bay will pull up for 3. Terrell with the board, and here come the Crews. Terrell topside. Down the avenue, and that is a goaltend. Give Ryan Terrell 2 points with 2:19 to go.
Toppin wants this looked at. Jacob, I don't know what to tell you, okay? You're going to win the game. You're up by 33. Give Ryan Terrell the basket.
Let's see it.
That's a goaltend.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
You know, just let Ryan have his moment. Come on, man. You don't need the block.
Oh, man. Kick, corner, Bay, 3, no. Terrell with another board. He's on the run, leading the break. Free throw line, Chandre Jones steps into a 16-footer, and it felt right.
And it was all set up by the fact that Terrell did just have that last basket, so the Knicks had to respect his ability to shoot, stop, find Jones wide open, and a professional basketball player is going to hit that jumper 95 times out of 100.
The pride of Richmond. There you see Coach Jop. Sagana Jop, former first-round high pick, top 10 pick. And he's worked his way to earn the right in that chair to be the 5th head coach ever of the Westchester Knicks.
Isn't it interesting how there just haven't been a ton of big man coaches?
Yeah.
It's strange. I mean, you had Patrick Ewing at Georgetown for a while, longtime NBA assistant, but most coaches aren't big men. I'm not quite sure why that is.
Right. Rudy Tomjanovich you could put up there, but it's a rare company. You're right. Jones, no. I had to throw Rudy T in there.
Of course you did.
From Hamtramck, your favorite town.
Oh, love me some egg rolls.
Ball out of bounds, and the Knicks will keep it. Most people think pierogies, but when we go to Hamtramck, it's usually the corned beef egg rolls.
Now, you're talking to a guy with a Polish nana who grew up around Hamtramck, so I know all about the pierogies. I know all about the punchkis. The Stockton Lee family still goes down to Hamtramck to get our punchkis every year.
What a great town. Hamtramck is inside the city of Detroit, for those that aren't familiar. So is another city by the name of Highland Park, inside the city. Kind of unique.
People forget how big the boundaries of the city of Detroit are in terms of actual surface area, for lack of a better way to say it. Big city.
There's no boroughs, but there's some pockets, and there's some history, and there is a foul. Mr. Ahmed is going to go back to the line, and here's why, and here's how.
I like the effort from Peak, right? We've seen that a few times. Love the effort from a guy who once upon a time was playing Division III basketball. He's one of those stories we love to highlight at the G League level. Yes, there are scores of players who, maybe they left college too early, high pick, didn't pan out, but you also have guys like Peak, 15 in pink and white and blue, who is battling for everything. Played a lot of Division III basketball from Poughkeepsie, one of the best basketball players that town has ever had. Really cool story, and excited to see him get some run with the Crews.
4 players, D2 or lower, goes to show you can be a pro. Coming from anywhere, they'll find you. You got what it takes. Knight fouled going up. How about these? We haven't talked about these jerseys.
They're sweet.
Shouldn't have taken this long, pardon me, but I've had a couple partners and had to, work through my own relationship things here.
No, they're sweet. And I like the couple of interviews Kara did for us today talking about the reasoning behind the jersey. And obviously, so many of us have been affected by cancer, so many of us affected by breast cancer, and all the awareness, all the research that is put into the cause is very worthy. And if that means you wear pink for a game or two every year, it's certainly worth it.
Absolutely. Nate Knight nails it. 51 seconds left, all over but the shouting. Mama said there'd be days like this. And for the Crews, it was this Saturday, the first one in March. They'll get a chance, though, tomorrow. And they'll get a chance in less than 24 hours to come back and do some things. Ahmed says, you're too small. And the Egyptians starting to do some magic in Detroit. Nate Knight to the hole as the Crews get to 99.
You don't see many Egyptians playing basketball. Most Egyptians are playing soccer.
That's right. That's right. I have a goal to get to Egypt. See those pyramids.
I actually went there when I was 6.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that one after, because I am interested in it.
Very windy. Lots of sand. That's about all my 6-year-old brain remembers.
The time has run out in Detroit, and for the Knicks, it was a memorable game. Well, it hasn't run out. Shot clock ran out. My bad. Not out the door yet. Stick around after. We'll have some highlights, stats, and some analysis from Evan Stockton. But time has now run out. And the Knicks win it and stop a 3-game slide and a 7 of 8 spell with a win in Detroit. And they'll have a chance for a sweep tomorrow. We'll have coverage at 1 o'clock. We're not done yet. Evan and I are back to Wayne State Fieldhouse in Midtown Detroit to talk about this one that the Crews will want to forget. We'll break it down a little deeper right after this. You're watching Crews Basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Well, this was a wire-to-wire win for the Knicks, who got out to a fast start, a 7-0 lead right away. And the three-point shooting definitely was the theme. They knocked home 20 of them in this game, Evan. But there were others, and there were many ways for which they attacked on a night where the Crews just couldn't find the bucket.
Yeah, you can clearly see there's a mental block with them right now. Their entire complement of guys is back, yes, but they're not in sync right now. And it's just filtering down. I mean, you feel bad for poor Stanley Amude. Another night at the office where he's just going to go home and go, what is going on? 1 of 9 from 3. Roden, yeah, he scored 21, but he also had to take 22 shots to do it, and he was 1 of 8 from 3. Sometimes in sports, you're happy when there's a quick turnaround because you can flush it, but what I worry for the Crews tomorrow is what happened today. They just clearly felt a lot of pressure, and it all snowballed on them. To quote Kevin Costner's character from For Love of the Game, they have to clear the mechanism before tomorrow because today was ugly.
Yeah, we'll see how the night changes and the quick turnaround, if it helps or hurts. But the Knicks were on point tonight. A team that's at the bottom 3 in offense, won every quarter and put up 37 in the first to make a big statement, and 3 20-point scores. Early on it was Toppin, late it was Jeffries, and in between it was Washington. But it was consistent, and it was in the paint and outside of it, Evan.
Yeah, just everything going right for Westchester in this ball game. Crews actually took 6 more shots, but Westchester took 12 more threes. They made 12 more threes, along with taking 12 more total threes. It was just all bad for the Crews today. They got out-rebounded. There were just too many turnovers. It just was ugly. So, seriously, tomorrow, like Billy Chappell, they're going to have to clear the mechanism and find a way to get a dub against a Westchester team that was really struggling.
We'll see tomorrow if the Crews can come back and answer and make a little push before that playoff picture becomes a little unclear for them with 10 games remaining now after this one is over. The Knicks win for the 7th time this year, go to 7-16, and the Crews fall 2 games below 500 now at 11-13. Quick turnaround tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for coming in and pinch hitting.
What time is the game tomorrow? 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
seriously, Keith did a great job today.
He did.
I was listening to the first half.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, there were some crossed wires here today, so really happy that Keith was able to step in and appreciate all the hard work and crew, and obviously yourself for getting the job done. And tomorrow, everything will be full time.
It sure will. Thanks so much. He's Evan Stockton. Want to thank Kara Lyles on sidelines for her great work, and the hardworking crew at the PPC back at the mothership, captained by Alex Westfall and Casey Buford. My name is Chad Bush. Time to say so long from Midtown Detroit. Once again, it's Knicks wire to wire with a win, 130-99 behind 28 Daquan Jeffries points and 20 3-pointers. Talk to you tomorrow from 1:45 from right here at Wayne State Fieldhouse. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. So long.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.